What's cracking, people? It's your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, representing high-level technicians operating globally and beyond. So listen, today I want to send a special shout out to all of the people who have grabbed their pre-order copies of the ebook, The Seduction Scriptures, and all of those who have requested the paperback copies. Thank you very much. Those copies are going out to you. The mail is running on schedule, so expect those very shortly if they have not arrived already. So today I wanted to give a quick lesson about how the book functions and what would be the most effective way of using this document. Now, of course, I'll be referencing various sections and points going forward from the Seduction Scriptures, but it's good to get an idea about what the feel is like and how you can maximize this document as a resource. So I don't think that I need to tell people, but here we are, perhaps in the middle of a 15-day event here in the United States. At least it's an event that's unfolding globally. But as we are instructed to take necessary precautions and be inside for the majority of our time, people are having sex like crazy. And I think that bears mentioning out loud, because there are a lot of people who are struggling to figure out how this event is going to fully and more long-term impact their lives, the lives of the people that they care about, and the lives of their potential mate or partner, and what that space may look like going forward. Well, in the meantime, in between time, because this is the between what we used to know and what we are coming to know in the near future, people are still doing that dance of mating. Okay, even with all of the soft restrictions that we have, there still are ways in which people are getting together and committing to that ancient primal dance of exchanging orgasms. Now, keep in mind, they are, within the initial meeting, they are practicing social distancing. When they make the introduction, they're making sure that they put the hand sanitizer on. They may have, in an extreme case, a mask or whatever. But once they get past all of that sterilized introduction, they fast forward to the part where they want to know if they're compatible. But that's also going to be another video where we go in depth in terms of how that is also expressing itself in this modern time. But to get back to this topic, there are a lot of people who are in their homes and their apartments and their personal spaces, and there's a lot of reflection happening. There are a lot of questions, like I said before, about what all of this means, what reality is going to look like. There's a lot of talk about this being a new reality, and there being a coming reality beyond this midpoint in this event. For those who do have your copies of the Seduction Scriptures, go to the FAQ section. And for those following along, that is page 178 in the Seduction Scriptures. Now, the way that I set this up, even before getting to the point of providing a frequently asked questions section, I asked a lot of men who are, on the dating and mating scene, but also men who are in relationships, who had genuine questions about certain aspects of your masculine mastery journey and what that looks like and what that would look like. Because believe it or not, the title of the book, even though it says Seduction Scriptures, there are a lot of beneficial insights into the journey of how to arrive at a space where you would implement the skill sets of seduction. Because I could give you a cookie cutter format for approaching, for interacting with, for getting the exchange happening, building up energy. But in order to get the true essence of what modern seduction, as a result of observing and performing and practicing and perfecting the ancient art of persuasion, but also as a result of a modern return to a rite of passage into your masculinity, embracing unapologetic masculinity, what I came up with are these 20 questions picked from hundreds of questions that men of multiple ages, multiple backgrounds, multiple realms of expertise, and just experiences were curious to know and to get some insight on. And so that's what I presented in the frequently asked questions section of this book. But for today, if you want to turn one page over to 179, the question number 5 is, what is the purpose of life? And underneath you'll see the accompanying section, which is 502, verse 6, and the page number. Now, the section title is Who You Are. So it's Who You Are, 501, verse 6. Now, if you head over to 94, there you'll see what I've observed is a major missing element, not only in the game of man gets woman or guy gets girl, but a missing piece that is central to what motivates or what depresses a person in a situation where it's missing or it's lacking. It's something that's present right now, and it's staring the majority of the people on the planet right in the face. And for those who are in cities or in states that are under the order to socially distance yourself and to be in your private space, this missing thing is the thing that is staring them right in the face. Here it says, in case your parents haven't gotten around to telling you the purpose of life. Notice it's saying purpose. Your meaning to life is something that's more in depth and something that you discover further on your journey. But the purpose of life is to live, learn, and leave it better than you found it. What this means for you as an individual speaks to how your journey will look. This is the ultimate basis for having an endless well of conversational topics to flow with. Now, keep in mind, the surrounding verses within this particular statement talks about understanding who you are, understanding the aspects of what you would project or present to a potential target or potential woman that you're looking to seduce or engage with. Most people, going back to it, most people are clueless and would be at least casually interested in hearing what you've learned. Now, this is about the purpose. Next page, number 7 says, the bottom line is that you are the owner of your worldview. You are the sum of your experiences and are given the final say in your success or failure. Gentlemen, I know we talk about a lot of subjects in the realm of man gets woman, but none are more important than a man's mission. And your mission requires purpose. And at no other time in our modern world have we been afforded the opportunity of self-reflection, of being able to contemplate what our purpose is, and thus what our mission is. Many of us, especially those who are in this space who have been implementing the tools and the lessons and the exchanges of experiences that we've been promoting. I know I've been in this space for over a year, but early on when I would post and when I would interact with viewers and also other content creators, I observed that we have a very unique situation. We have a very unique space. We've always had a very unique space here in YouTube and on social media, where here is an intersection of a wealth of experience, of knowledge, of skill sets that we do well to take from each other, but also the viewers do well to take from us, because it has spawned so many other physical, tangible things in our world. Shout out to C Boogie for the self-improvement summit. The Seduction Scriptures, this book is the result of the last probably year and a half of putting together my experiences from my perspective and presenting them in a way that speaks to purpose. We always talk about purpose and being about your mission and understanding who you are in this space. Right now is the time that we have been talking about for so long. Now, there are going to be a lot of videos that are made in this particular vein, but just know that you have the opportunity now, and especially when I talk about your worldview, you owning your worldview. My hothouse members over on the Patreon side, they know specifically what I mean when I talk about that, because especially at the higher levels of the journeyman and the technician level, we have been discussing what worlds are, be it the local, regional, or global space, and how those dimensions fit together as far as who you are, your specific locality, where you see yourself and your mission trajectory going, and how to go about the mission that is unfolding for you and in your space. All of this factors in to how modern seduction plays out, because make no mistake, gentlemen, you don't have to be a psychic to be able to project possible activities into the future, and what scenes may expose or express themselves to be. As a masculine master, you are afforded a perspective that is a cut above that of the average man. And again, for those who have a copy of this book, The Seduction Scriptures, cannot make this up. If you turn to page 1 of the Seduction Scriptures and the preface, the first 4 words sum up the exact modern event that is playing out right now. The first 4 words of the Seduction Scriptures read, "The world has gone." Select men, pre-select men, non-select men. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, saying, stay sharp and mission focused. Later.